Good day, everyone, and welcome back to Mommy Guide Inc. For those who are new to the channel, I am Mommy Lala. Oops, the background is very loud. I forgot to lower it down. Again, thank you so much for joining me for our continuing series of Craft Everyday in August. And today's episode is actually inspired by what we did yesterday, right? So we came up with ways to use our washi, and now something similar is gonna be done. This time around, the scraps of the ends of the paper when you buy a 6x6 or a 12x12. Okay, but before we proceed, let's go and look at that chat. All right, so thank you so much once again for those joining us. Okay, in the chat. Okay, of course, let's lower down the volume of the background music. All right, thank you again so much for being here very early. Good morning, Susan. Yeah, Susan saying good morning, good afternoon, good evening. As later on, we will see that we have friends coming from all over the world. Thank you so much, my dear friends. And I'm so happy that Yvette is feeling much better today. Yes, I actually, last night before we left, I was feeling the start of another sinus attack, right? So it was before, it was on this side, right? This time around it was on this side. So it didn't go away, so I had to take medicine, so I'm better now. So I'm glad that Yvette is feeling better. And of course, we have Reagan in the chat. Thank you so much, my friends. And so again, the inspiration for today is to come up with ways to actually use up our scraps. I never throw scraps, even the tiniest of scraps. Yeah, I'm so bad, right? It's like, oh no, I need to look at that. Look at how small that one is, and I'm still keeping it, right? So look at that, right? So because in my mind, I would be able to use it, but then bins and bins and bins of scraps later. So what to do? All right. So later on, I will probably also, if I can, will show you how I actually organize all of these scraps. But lately, okay, I have been looking at these kinds of scraps. All right. So this actually, my dear friends, is supposedly, when you buy a 12x12, normally it has this edge where you can tear away the 12x12 or the 6x6 paper like this. For example, something like this, right? So you have there a hole, and most of the time, if you will see, so your paper, the 6x6, okay, is only up to there. Okay, so what do you do with that one? Okay, so this one, it's just plain white. Okay, but there are products like Eco Park wherein even this part has a print, right? So probably half of it. So it's like, I don't want to throw it. So I said, okay, I have kept it for the longest time. Also for 12x12. There are 12x12 that's bigger than a little bit by 12x12. And then they have that, right? So you can tear it apart. I forgot to actually create the shorts. I have a shorts for this. I wasn't able to upload because, okay, all my time was spent preparing for that. Okay, because today is very busy, so I rushed the preparation for the 15 cards. So that's why I am a little bit late. As in, literally, I was I finished preparing 9:13, something like that. So I had a lot of this earlier on. So what I did was to actually create already, inspiration again was what we did yesterday with our washi, where we created, strips and diagonals of that. So you can see here, okay, I already created a lot. Okay, so I don't know how many, but this is the only one that's left. I really intentionally left this so I could show you how I did it, right? So basically this is, okay, just, leftover white card stocks that's around 300 GSM. Okay, so normally for my card fronts or my bases, right? So they, I cut them wrong, so it's an odd size. So that's what I used to, put on this scraps of paper. Okay, so different themes. Okay, so there you go. And then this one's the leftover. See, I really didn't want to throw anything. Even that scrap, that small. Okay, I still had to use it. Okay, so how did I do it? And then there is already this one that I already... Okay, hold on. I'll just throw this part. So I already have paste this. So this is what they will look like. Remember, there's the circle, right? From the... Okay, from the... Because these were actually like tear aparts. I think the top of the paper pad. So normally I would put that at the edge so that I can just cut it off later on. Okay, so basically how did I do this? Okay, so you can also, of course, a lot of us do this for like when you create your master board, stuff like that. But this one was really... I didn't add anything other than the strips. So these are all just simply from strips, right? So some of us actually, I think, was it Reagan? No, I think it was Vicky who did recently, I think a week ago, where she created master boards from scraps, right? So you can actually do that as well. And you have also T and Dawn, okay, Not Afraid of Color, and the Crafty Visage, who has done so many episodes on, creating master. Look at that. It's so cute. I love that, right? So these are all just from the strips. So again, just get, okay, this could even be a scrap paper as well. Okay, and then I am using a distress collage medium. This is the vintage because my white one has dried up. So the vintage is okay. So the nice thing about the collage medium compared to the decoupage is that it's very light. Okay, and still you can color on top like what we did with my mini art journal the other day. And it's not sticky. Right, so I like that it's because the decoupage dries very, very sticky and it's heavy, right? So I don't like it. So the collage medium is actually, or gel medium, they're pretty thin, so I like it. All right, so let me just go to the chat before I actually start because I see some of our dear friends coming in. I have, sorry, Roy, I wasn't able to come earlier because I had a meeting this morning. Oh, no, it's still Tuesday. Sorry. Okay, tomorrow. Okay. Sinus issues. Yes, they're brutal. Okay, and it starts and then eventually I'll have migraine. Okay, Yvette says, if I don't use up the tiny scraps right away, they go in the recycle bin. All right, that's great. Okay, so in my case, I have several bins. So I just, said, I need to use this up, right? And then the other ones that are oddly shaped or the uneven ones, I think that one I will really intentionally sort through it again and create and put them in specific bins by colors, by shape, or by theme, okay, for the art journals I plan to, continuously do. Okay, so I've been... behind in updating my journals. Okay, and Reagan said she tries to use those little scraps on the inside of the cards right away or combine to make card panel or two. Oh yes, I see them, right? So sometimes those, like I think the Lee's Stamper Girl, she cuts them up. I think I've also seen Yvette sometimes do that. So she puts it in the inside of the card, right? So that's a great idea. So if you are new to the channel or are new to card making, so I highly suggest that you do check out the chat and check out the channels of these amazing people in the chat because you will find tons of inspiration in their channel as well. And of course, my dear friend, tech troublemaker, Roy. Yes, Roy goes live tomorrow. Okay, later for you guys, later this evening, and for me, morning, right? So I hope that you could join us in the chat, okay? And if you want to learn more about, how to navigate through YouTube and all the updates and stuff, yes, please check out Tech Troublemaker. He is our dear friend, Roy. All right, so Reagan says some of the paper pads have so much glue on the edge that they have to trim it down and you end up with a very tiny scrap. So if that is the case, and I think that's the one that I actually have to let go. Right. And Janet, thank you so much for dropping by again, Janet. Yes, thank you so much. And I hope that you will like this as well. Thank you so much again, Yvette, for sending over some of your friends over to the channel. And of course, hi, Linda. Good morning. Kamusta? I hope your day started okay, my friends. All right. So now let's continue on. All right. So I just grabbed whatever paper, black paper I have. Okay. It doesn't have to be a nice one, but I just want that it's a little bit on the heavy side. Okay. Because I will be adding, a gel meat. So I have to just remove this. Okay. So sometimes I actually get also what is there. Okay. And then I will just, run it through. Okay, so this is our gel medium. So a gel medium acts both as your adhesive and sealer. Okay, for when you attach something like when you do. So these are the strips. Okay, so for some of the strips, I actually cut out already. Okay, the circular part. Okay, but for others, like this one, okay, yes, this one I did, but there are others that I did not see. There's also the adhesive that Reagan was saying. All right, and then I double it up also on top so that you can actually, do whatever. Let's say you want to ink or you want to do a little bit of mixed media on it, you can. Okay, so basically that's how I did it, my friends. You can do it like this way, or you can do it like, look at that. Okay, so it's like Echo Park. One side is like that, and then the other has a decorated part. And so I said, oh, it's nice. I don't want to throw it, so I keep it. Okay, and then my friends was like, what are you doing, Lala? Just throw that out. No, I can still use that. Right? So, all right, this one has words, right? So I said, okay. Oh, like, look at that. Because this one came from a 12 by 12, so it's long. I cut it, and then so that with that one, I just make sure that it's beyond the page, so I can just easily, cut that. Okay. So I will not finish this one, so we can continue on with the making of the card. But basically, that's how I did it. Okay. So some of them, okay, some I did like just straight. Again, this is a collage medium. It comes in clear, it comes in vintage, so it comes in different types. Okay, so this is the only one that I'm gonna be finishing later on, okay, off cam or after the show. Okay, because this is the last one that I actually have not done just yet. All right, so this are after it has dried up, which actually is very fast. All right, so these are, okay, the ones that I actually already, okay, so it's already clean cut, right? So no more excess on the sides. And then you also have, then there's the small strips like this that doesn't really have like anything. So I still didn't throw. And then I weaved it into something like this. And normally I would color it in, okay, just to, remove the sign, and then use it for, again, like art journal or a decoration or a mat for, okay, my cards or my scrapbooks or mini albums, right? So there you go. Okay, so with this one, let us just, okay, so that's the part that I actually have to cut out. Okay, and we have Dawn. Hi, Dawn. Good morning. Okay, and oops, it's too small. Sorry about that, Reagan. Okay, let's see this one. Okay, Reagan said, I like running them through an embossing folder to give texture. Oh, yes. Great idea. If you have imperfections like gaps, it becomes invisible almost. That's an awesome, awesome idea. I'm so glad that I still have a lot, okay, here that I have actually not used. So, but at least it's already there, right? It's ready to go, right? So, okay, I will just cut off, okay, these strips. Okay, so this ones, the bigger ones, okay, I will include onto the one that I have that small. Okay. Okay, but this ones, I already will, throw away that one. Okay, that part, okay, I can already throw away, promise. Okay, like the sliver of that one. Okay, I will throw that already. Okay, so that's the one. Okay, so I will try like this one. It's long, so some are like that because this one's just a 6 by 6. Actually, some of them are 12 by 12, but I cut it into half. Okay, because I really intended it for cards, and normally we don't really use the 12 by 12. Okay, for our cards. Okay, so this one's I feel I can still use that. Okay, except for the very very tiny sliver. Okay, so this one too. All right. So I was able to catch a little bit of Yvette's live last night. I wasn't sleeping yet. So if you missed that, she actually worked on some of her, what do you call those? Yvette, hold on. Uh, Wax seals. There you go. Wax seals. I love wax seals because they're very elegant. They give that ump, okay, to your cards if ever you're gonna, give it out, especially if it's gonna be like hand delivered. And when you make like invitations for weddings or special events, right? So there you go. So this one's just a little bit. So I just try to clean up the edges. Okay, and so eventually, okay, I decide, oh, look at that. This is just a scratch paper, right? So I just covered the back side because it's actually a very, heavy cardstock. It's 300. Okay. Facebook questions, speakers. So it's actually, I think this is a probably part of my Zoom meeting. All right, so there you go. It's pretty as well. Look at that. Okay, we're down to the last 3. All right, so no rhyme or reason. Okay, I just okay, like that. Where's the smaller one? Okay, I don't know where it is. So maybe, okay, I will, okay, just for tonight. Okay, let's just, I'm okay to throw all of this already. Okay, because I don't have the container to put it. All right, so this one's, okay, bye-bye. Okay, this is the only one I will have to say bye-bye to. Okay, so we'll just throw it into the trash bin that is underneath. All right, I actually finally updated, okay, watching Dawn's video. She has been reorganizing her craft area. There's part 1 to 3 are kind of short, but then the last one's a little bit longer. It's about 20 minutes. So I'm so proud of her because she was able to declutter, and she was able to fill 3 to 4 big trash bags with stuff that she's either gonna throw away or donate or probably de-stash. So that's super awesome. Okay, but there's more to come because she has not actually gone through each and every drawer, she said. So okay, and I like watching other people clean up and also organize their craft space. All right, so from these, okay, now if I need something like for my art journal or something that doesn't really have to be very very what do you call this, elegant, or something whimsical, so I could definitely use this, or for my art journals. All right, so there you go. So that is how I smashed those strips at least. And then now what I will do is they will go here. Okay, okay, now they will go here. Okay, so I have here like this, like this. All right, so they go here. All right, so I have a bin here for let's say I embossed. Okay, sometimes I would dry emboss things in advance, like when it's there, like all my embossing folders are there. I will emboss in a craft white and black, and then I will put them there. right? So that in the event that I need it, I already have like a stash, ready to go. I made it. Did you run, my friend? Yes, good morning. I tried to for it to a short several times, but it wasn't working out. Yes, I love it. I actually love it. So I went through everything the other day. So before I sleep now, I check what videos have I missed. And then while working in the morning, I put everybody like in the background. I watch the replay. All right. So for today, okay, so that's how I'm going to use, okay, so that's how I use those tiny tearaway parts, right? So for today, more than that, I will create 15 cards. 1-5 using Kendra's card challenge. Okay, 19. Yeah. So for those who don't know yet, what is Kendra's card challenge? Kendra's card challenge is a quarterly card making challenge. So if you are new, okay, I actually did an episode on this that if you are a beginner, this is one of the best challenges that you can actually join because it's absolutely free. You get to, an opportunity to, win prizes and at the same time create a ton of cards, right? And since you are a beginner, everything is there. The measurements, how to do it. Yes, it's absolutely free. And the only thing you need to do is, yes, go to the Cards by Kendra, okay, Patreon, okay? And there, okay, you will see that there is, okay, there's the recap. Okay, and there you could see that there is this Kendra's card challenge. Okay, there, download, available to download. Okay, so just click on that and then you can download. So joining Kendra's card challenge is absolutely free. Now, if in the event that you actually get to love Kendra's card challenge and you want to get more, there are actually paid memberships for you to be able to do that, where you get more than just the PDF. You can get free downloadable or printable stuff. Okay, you can also buy you can also not buy but rather get sampler kits depending on the kind of membership that you would join. Again, it's absolutely free to join. All right, it is absolutely free. So create the 15 cards, and once you've done, just take a photo of that 15 card, okay, and then upload it to the InLinks link for that month. So every month you can only join once for the full set. Okay, now if you want those set of cards to actually be part of the showcase that Kendra, of course the owner of Kendra's card challenge, she does this the first week of the next month, right? So you have to check out Kendra's YouTube channel in the post so that you would see, okay, if ever you win, right? So again, 15 awesome cards. On top of that, she also has sometimes other different challenges like the color palette challenge, right? So if like, I love this so much because one of my Waterloo, so to speak, or I struggle with is, color, right? So what color goes together with what, right? So it's like, and then most of the time it turns into mud. So with the color palette challenge, they give you a color palette like with the Not Too Shabby mood board, right? So with the Not Too Shabby mood board, you either get the color palette, you can use that, or you can use the texture or the theme, right? So there are several awesome challenges that you can actually join in our community. All right, so let me just go through this before. Okay, I actually start putting these cards together. Okay, so everybody's saying, okay, can't hear you away from the mic. Whoop, whoop. Oh, yes, because this is an XLR mic. So when I go, like normally if I will go around, I would use my lapel. And that one is a cardioid mic. So that one, even what do you call it? The falling rain outside or the dog bark you can hear. But with this, it's an XLR. So unless I'm very near, like this near, you won't be able to hear. So apologies, my friend. That reminds me that I need to upload my entry for this month. Yes, thank you, Yvette. By the way, for this month, okay, so it's a quarterly card making challenge. So you can upload one set every month. So for KCC19, it started in July. Okay, so we are on our second month. So August is almost here and ending, right? So you still have several, maybe a week or so to finish and upload that. All right. And of course, there's still September before we go on to Kendra's Card Challenge 20. All right. And of course, Don saying hi to Yvette. Okay. So this is what I'm doing. So we are making. So now if you are here and you want to actually create a card using Kendra's Card Challenge, and this is probably one of the best times that you can do this because I can guide you through the process, right? So again, once you download the PDF, it will give you all the cutting measurements, all the links that you need, right? And of course, the different sketches like this. Okay, so for tonight, okay, I used all of the scraps. Remember the ones that you saw earlier on? Okay, so for some of them, I already cut, okay, to the size that is mentioned or that is in the instruction. And now I'm gonna put it together. So when I prepare for my Kendra's Card Challenge, just like I showed before, I put each of all the things I need, okay, into this like trays. Okay, so it's 1 to 15, right? I label it 1 to 15. So everything I need, okay, is basically there. Almost everything. All right. So basically what I'm gonna do today, a little bit different because I wasn't able to prepare my sentiments and my focal points. So what I'm gonna do is just put all the cards together first. Okay, and then, okay, I will just, navigate through a part of my craft room for a bit and look for possible, because I didn't have time anymore to look for it. Okay, to put on as our focal point for our card and sentiments. All right, so this is card sketch number 1. All right, so again, for Kendra's Card Challenge, the dimensions given, okay, for the challenge in the PDF are actually for an A2 size card. But, okay, several of, there has been a lot already actually, who has tried making it bigger, like Betty Penny, actually made 5x7 a few, KCCs ago. I think, it was in KCC18 or 17. And then Sire, on the other hand, okay, another design team member of Kendra's Card Challenge, made tiny ones, smaller ones, like ATC size ones, right? So again, the Kendra's Card Challenge is, a jump off point, okay, inspiration for you to actually do it. Okay, so let me see. I can pull up the sketch. Okay, let me see. So that for those who are wanting to, maybe you haven't finished your KCC just yet. Okay, so hopefully, okay, you can join me and actually do it now. Okay, so this is sketch number 1. All right, so that is what the card looks like. Okay, and I'm so grateful to Yvette that she actually reminded me the other day that yes, I can actually show the sketch but not the cutting details. Right, so that is, okay, this. Where am I pointing? There? No, here. No, here. Here. It's mirrored. Okay, this one. All right. Okay. So that is what. Okay. And then another thing. Finally, after almost 2 years, my card bases, I actually finished all of my cards and I don't have any left. So we will just make card fronts Okay, I will just attach them to my card bases. Okay, I ordered some. They'll probably arrive, or I can probably get them by tomorrow already. So when I buy my card bases, so I order them in bulk. Okay, and then I have them cut to a specific size. So I have them cut na 8-2 for top folding, side folding, mini slim line, right? So finally, okay, my what do you call this? My card base for A2 has been smashed. Okay, so this is what it looks like, right? So I will just, okay, put it together. Okay, let me just see. I am trying to just see which one goes with what. Okay, so we'll just follow the sketch. Okay, like so. Okay, so this one. Okay, so normally, okay, I don't immediately attach it, right? So if you are new to card making, and that's one suggestion that probably most of us would, gladly tell anyone who is new to card making, that you, before you actually put them together or glue it together, make sure that you already know exactly where you're gonna put it, because especially if you're using like double-sided adhesive tape, right? And it's permanent, then you might rip your paper. All right, so okay, I'm just following the sketch. Okay, so this is a no-brainer. I'm just following the sketch. Okay, I'm just trying to check. Okay, so this is what it's gonna look like. All right, so all of the papers, okay, actually came from that something like this. Okay, so something like that, right? Some are even in diagonals like that. Okay, and then I just cut them to size. Okay, so am I happy with this? Yes. Okay, now I'm gonna attach it. Okay, and then the missing thing here is, if you can see, there's that circle in the middle. All right, so okay, and that one I will look for later. Okay. And Wims is here. Good evening, Wims. Wow, 61, Susan. Woot woot. All right. Awesome. Okay, now that you know how many you have, Susan. Okay, so what's the plan? Okay, what's the plan? Okay, on how are you going to be using your washi? Okay. Oh, yes. So Wims is just, finishing off work. So probably she's on her way back home. And of course, we have Doc Dinky in the chat. Hi, Doc. Hi. Hello, hello. So, by the way, if you are here in the Philippines, so Doc Shirley and I are coming up with a class, okay, for what it's not comparative anatomy. What is it? What do we call it? Shirls? Anyways, for homeschoolers, or if you are not a homeschooler, it's also open for you. If you just want your kids to experience, dissection, and of course the theories, of course, that are part of that. So that's coming soon. Okay, let me see. I'm off frame. Okay, there you go. What a neat idea for the use of scraps. Right, Janet? Right? So it's very easy to do. Again, I was inspired because this is basically what I did with my washi tapes yesterday, right? So the same concept, right? So I said, okay, So, and this was actually stashed over there in one of my cards. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna smash this. Finally. Okay. It's been there for half a year now. I've been wanting to use it for quite a while. This strips actually came from, Craft, Create, and Swap Club. I was invited to their, oh, look at that. See, I didn't, see, this is what I mean. Oh, okay. Okay, I will try. Okay, paper surgery on its way. Okay, you see that? I tore the paper. Because, okay, somehow, my cutting isn't perfect. Okay, that's why there is a little bit of, and that happens. Okay, so we will cut. Okay. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so it's not gonna be, anyway, nobody's gonna measure it. Anyway, Kendra is not gonna measure it. So I will just, okay, a sliver, okay, of that one, so that it will still have, see? There you go. Now it's not obvious. Okay, and then you have to put something in the middle anyway, so that will be okay covered later. So I have no card base for now. Okay, but this is card sketch. Whoop, what happened? Okay, okay, all right, so that is card sketch number, let me remove my mouse. I am accidentally, okay, now you know what, maybe planning on like putting all the sentiments and stuff like that after, but you know what, okay, so maybe I can actually do it right now. Okay, there you go. That looks, this is, remember, part of my washi yesterday. This is from Out and You. I wasn't able to use it. Okay, so now I just need to grab some sentiments that hopefully I can find somewhere here. Okay, so that, you know, the OC in me is not comfortable. Okay, I will find, so that, you can still see me, although sometimes you cannot hear me. All right, let me see. Okay, so you can join me. I will look for some sentiments, okay? And normally, I put them over here, okay? So you can see it though, but these are my ongoing, okay? So I have here some sentiments that have already been cut, okay? So if I need it, I just get from here, okay, and here. All right, so wow, that was such a big, that was big. Okay, my face was so big. Okay, come on, follow me. All right, there you go. So that even if you don't understand, because I don't have a lapel, at least you're able to kind of see me. All right. Okay, now let's look for, okay, a proper sentiment for this, right? Okay, let me see. Okay, let me look for a sentiment. Okay, and normally I would want to, okay, where is my adhesive? Has anybody there? It's on the table. Okay, another table beside me. Okay. So again, my so many stuff has actually, been used. So I don't have a low profile double-sided foam tape as well. So that's something that I should get as well. All right. So the imperfection, okay, is no longer visible. right? So don't sweat the small stuff, so to speak, right? So it's okay. Okay, and then I'm just looking for, no matter how big I get, I will always, okay, I don't like morning people, or mornings are people. Okay, let me see. I'm just looking for a sentiment that would be perfect for that. Okay, so most of the sentiments I have here are for dads. I think these were the ones I used for Father's Day. Okay, how about, okay, I love my crafty life and my crafty friends. Oh, this is perfect. I love my crafty life and my crafty friends. So since this is a blackboard back, okay, I will use this one. Okay, so to get that fishtail kind of look. Okay. I will just cut up in the middle and then go towards that one. All right. And then I will just put that like so. Okay, and that is washi tape. So I need a double-sided adhesive, but that might not stick with liquid glue. And we have Blossom. Oh, you're working from home, Wims. Ah, okay. So no need to travel today. Okay, awesome. Okay, so I hope Mira is already asleep and that you have also eaten, Wims. All right, so we have card number 1 done. Okay. Yes, this is Blossom, my dears. Thank you so much, my friend. I haven't been able to catch Blossom because I haven't been able to be in some of our dear friends. Like normally I would see Blossom in Shanna or Jay's live streams, right? There you go. Hello, Blossom. Yes, everybody's saying hi to everyone. Again, to the people who are, watching, okay, but not commenting, welcome. So there, we're done with card sketch number 1. Okay, let me see. It doesn't want to focus. Okay, my tech is not, working with me today. Again, all right, so those are from the scratch. Okay, so let's go and move on to sketch number 2. Again, these sketches, okay, in the event that you want to join Kendra's Card Challenge 19, is absolutely free. Okay, just download the PDF. Okay, so okay, so this is sketch number 2, and this is what we're gonna be working with now. All right, so that one. All right, so for sketch number 2, okay, again, using the scraps. Okay, so these are the papers that I used. So with the scraps, I think we smashed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 to 8 paper pads. So more or less, this came from the same collection. So it's okay. Okay, so for this sketch, you would see that there is matte. Okay, it's gonna be matted. Okay, and then you use this one. Okay, and then normally it's supposed to be like that. But since both papers are very busy, I decided to actually add another matte onto that to break, okay, the pattern, so to speak. And that is absolutely fine, right? So if you're gonna join Kendra's Card Challenge and you want to create some changes, like look at this card. This card is actually portrait. Now, what if you want to make it landscape? So instead of like this card, you want to do it like that. Absolutely. Okay, so you can take creative liberties when it comes to, the final output. As long as, you have been inspired by that specific sketch. All right, so, okay, again, this one, okay, is the set of papers, okay, paper strips that I actually smashed. So this was part of a longer one. It looked like something like this one, right? So it's long. Okay, and then I just cut it to size based on the dimensions, okay, of the challenge. All right. And then for this one, okay, this is meant to be like that, right? So I will just, okay, so I'm just eyeballing this. Okay, so again, doesn't have to be very, very perfect. Okay, and it's nice that I did this in strips. So I actually have a great reference, right? So there you go. Okay, so how about you guys? If do you have something like this, do you throw it out already or use it still? You know, they're kind of still nice. I feel it can reuse, so I'm not gonna throw it. I don't know. That's me. Okay, maybe for you that would be something that you would already throw away, but for me, I don't want, because it's you know, maybe I can put it like a photo corner, right, or a corner for, well, you know, one of the layouts, right? So okay, again, this isn't supposed to have any like mat, but I said, okay, I wanted to, because because since I this is like several pattern papers on top of each other, so I wanted to kind of break, okay, that. But before I do that, if you would look at the sketch, there are actually like 3 stripes at the back. Okay, let me see. Okay, so oh, I made a mistake. Normally, okay, before I actually attach that, I should have checked first so that I could cut this one first, okay, before, okay, I attached it. But it's okay. You can still, you know, cut it. Because what I meant was, you know, like that, right? There's excess. Okay, so normally, since if I haven't not put that yet, okay, I could easily cut this. Okay, but still, it's very possible. It's just a little bit trickier, right? So now we add 2 more strips. Okay, so when it comes to the sketches, my friends, so you see that sometimes there's a gray, there's a dark gray or a light color. So that means that those are, okay, in terms of color preference, you are given the freedom to choose based on, you know, the theme that you have or the color palette that you're following. Okay, you can, you know, make it your own. Okay, so I'm using scraps, right? Okay, but the original, okay, for Kendra's card challenge is you start out with 6 sheets of, okay, 6x6 pattern paper. 6x6 pattern paper. And then from the 6x6 pattern paper, you're supposed to cut them, okay, into a specific size following the dimension mentioned in the PDF file. And then from there, okay, you just add, you know, your sentiments, you add your embellishments, and then just simply, you know, follow the sketch. Okay, so this is what this one is gonna look like. And of course, normally I would want a dimension onto that. So I would use a foam tape. So if you are new to card making, having foam tape of different, you know, lengths and size is actually gonna be cool, because you can have a little bit of depth and dimension onto your layouts, okay, when you use them. Okay, so there are sometimes the like big squares. I also use that. So whatever is available for me, then that's what I use. All right, and then I will put it on top like so. Like, look at the sketch. Okay, so that's what we're gonna be doing. Okay, and then I will just look for, you know, a sentiment. Okay. So if you have, let's say, is this your first time to actually join you know, challenge, and you don't want to be bothered by which one would go, you know, would go together with this one, so going with a kit, okay, is a nice, start off point. But if like what we're doing today, I'm trying to smash my scraps. So everything that you will see in terms of pattern paper are from my strips of scrap paper from my 6 by 6 and 12 by 12 paper pads. All right. So now we will just add a sentiment and any embellishment over there. So I am thinking, okay, if I have some flowers or stuff that I can use for that one. Okay. Because if I will fussy cut everything, it's gonna take us forever. Okay, so again, I didn't have time to prepare. So whatever is here, okay, we will try to use. Okay, let me see. Okay, with love on difficult days. Our sympathy, happy birthday. Okay, let me see. Okay, there's a black again over there. It could be a thank you, right? Because it's like a pocket, right? So pockets, okay, maybe that's where the money is gonna come from, right? So let's do thank you. All right, so let's do thank you. Okay, so you see in the sketch that there's that black. Okay, that means that you're supposed to put an object there. But let's say you don't want, especially if you're a beginner, maybe you don't have those kinds of, decorations or stuff. Okay, so okay, normally your tendency is to put everything in the, right smack in the middle. But in terms of, it being more appealing or nicer, okay, so normally we don't, okay, you kind of put it a little bit off center, okay, or kind of like the rule of thirds. Oh, what is happening to my camera? Okay, so imagine you divide your screen into 3. Okay, and then where those lines would meet, that would be like your third, and then you can put your sentiment onto that. And then there goes your thank you, right? It's we can actually put, like our. Remember a few days ago we did all of these, so I could probably put some of these over here. All right. Okay. So great idea. Okay, let me see. Do I want this very, very pink? All right. Okay, and then let's get a smaller pink. All right, and then okay, and then over there. Do I have a smaller one? Oh, that's the smallest I have. Okay, so I made different sizes for this one. All right, so there you go. So that is now that part that says, any object. Okay, so it's gonna be an enamel dot. Okay, those are Nouveau drops. So this is card sketch number 1. This is card sketch. Okay, card based on card sketch number 2. All right, so you see how easy it is to navigate to Kendra's card chat. If you do have a question, my friends, just put it in the chat and I will try, or Yvette can help me. Okay, with the instructions. So this is card sketch number 3. Okay, so again in the sketch it will tell you for what card number that piece is supposed to go, right? So again, and then if you have questions, Kendra's Card Challenge actually has a private Facebook group that you can join, again for free. And if you have questions, you can always put them there. And the people in the community would gladly and happily help you out. Paper scrap crafting today. Yes, Wims. Okay. Let me see this one. I want to check out what Susan is sharing. I would totally cut the center out of that washi panel. Throw a scrap in its place and use the cutout. Oh. This one? This one? Yeah, that's a great idea, right? Okay. If I do not use it right away, I throw it out. Okay, that's Yvette, right? So that's a good mindset. Okay, so you don't have the mindset of a hoarder. I keep everything, no matter the size of blossom, we're so the same. But I think we should follow Yvette. Okay, I'm going out to put you on the big screen in my office instead of my phone so I can work and watch too. I do the same, Blossom, when you guys are like, live. Jenna, good morning, good morning. I actually was watching Eileen Smith with Justine. Okay, and Jana was mentioned because of her, 3D printing. That was a fun live. Okay, hello, Jana from Wims. I love number 2. All right, so number 2. And actually, I made a mistake in the number 1, right? It's a little bit wonky. All right, so let's do this. Okay, this is a wider look. Okay, so for this one, we are doing... Oh, but the sketch is not here. Hold on. Okay, let me see. I changed my view. So, okay, and then... the card sketch is gone. So I have to, put it back. All right. And put it over here. All right. Okay. So that's number 3. Let me see and let me get my card. All right. So if you have scraps, so normally with KCC, we will start with 6 sheets of 6x6 pattern paper. Okay, but since we are trying to, smash our scraps, feel free to use your scraps instead. And yes, it is possible as I'm showing you right now. All right. So again, I've already pre-cut, all the strips. So in this sketch, you're supposed to use like several pattern papers. But since I am again using scraps, so I will just follow... instead of the specific paper size, I will do, design. I will just do the, the dimension. Okay. So it's supposed to look like this. So you have a, wider one and longer one. And then you have a shorter one and a longer one. Okay. So let me go back and check my sketch. Okay, so I will just put that one in front of me. Okay, so it's going to the edge. Okay, so you're going to start, at the edge of that one. Okay, and then slightly down below, like so. Okay, so imagine how amazing the sketches are. And that, Kendra does this every quarter. Comes out with, amazing. So it's amazing sketches. So the wider ones out, the thinner ones in. All right. So it's gonna look like that. Okay. So if you can see, they all look different because these are scraps, but if you will follow the actual sketches, somehow you would be using papers that coordinate with each other. This is still coordinating, it's just that the look, right? So it's kind of like a shabby chic kind of thing, right? So now that I know that this is how it's supposed to look like, so the longer ones on here and on here, flush to the side of the top and the bottom, top left, bottom right. Okay, and the shorter ones are on top of those. And you will have that kind of square in the middle where you can actually put any object. Okay. So imagine the holidays are coming up. So if you are planning to create a ton of, handmade cards to go alongside your awesome gifts for families and friends this holiday season, starting off, of course, for our dear friends in the West, you do have, okay, before the holidays, you actually have Thanksgiving, and then before that you have um, Halloween, right? So here in the Philippines, Halloween is more for like kids and more for like trick or treat like that. But in terms of giving cards for Halloween, not much. But decorations, yes, right? So, but I know that in the US and other parts of the world, you actually have like parties and you give out also, cards for Halloween. And I know that some of us in the community, this is their favorite like holiday, so to speak, right? Halloween. Okay. I, on the other hand, is not a fan, is not a fan of the gory, scary looking Halloween kind of cards or decorations. I like the cute ones, right? So I like cute, 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 cute. Okay. Those are the ones that I actually like. So since these are more or less like all scraps, right? And kind of like the color palette is kind of vintagey looking, right? And since remember I used, okay, the collage medium I used is vintage, so it made the papers a little bit, kind of vintage looking, retro look, right? Because that one is colored, okay, to make it look a little bit vintage, right? So now at looking at the sketch, you're supposed to put something in the middle, okay, and then you have like two dots over there, two dots over here. All right, so now I'm gonna go and look, okay, at what I have here in terms of what I can use. Okay, but I probably grab my card. Okay, my card is over here. Oops, my card down. Alright, so sorry about that. The wheels. I'm trying to look for what I can use as what I can use to decorate this one. Okay, let me see. I still have here. Okay, so I'm just looking at stuff that I have. These are mostly okay. I don't feel it fits. If I can't find one, then it will have to follow. Okay, let me see. Let me see. Okay, these are all Christmas. Christmas, Christmas. Nope, that's not Christmas feels. Alright. Okay, this also is a different color palette. Let me see. If I can find a focal point I can use. Okay. What shall I drink next? Okay, before I actually move and head on to that one. Oolong tea with ginger shavings or ice cold cucumber water. Oh my goodness, they both sound delicious. Can I have both? I love oolong tea. Okay, and the ginger shavings is good for throat, right? Those are good choices, Blossom. Hold on, my friends. Hold on. All right. Okay, I think I do have some here. Okay, that I could probably, I have some of my art, my Marlin. I think the feels could have the same vibe. So I'm gonna get some from here. Okay, what is needed here? Just a sentiment and a decoration in the middle. Okay. I'm going through. Okay, maybe you should see it so you're not gonna get bored. Okay, so let me see. Okay, help me choose. Okay, which you want me to put there. Oh, you know, the minute I saw it, it's like, oh, it's calling me. Okay, this. Ow. Look at that. Look at this. Ow. Ching. Okay. Or could it be this tiny bird? Okay, or this 3. Probably a family. Okay, but they're all very busy already. Okay, so I probably would put them, okay, on a, I would mat it, okay, so that it can be, because this is colored, right, so that it won't, okay, so it won't get lost, so to speak, in, you know, with the rest of the other papers. Okay, so I will just mat our owl. Oops, I forgot to remove this part. Okay, and then we'll just fussy cut. Okay, there we go. I hope that everyone has had their breakfast, and whether you're at work, at home, that everybody's feeling fine. Okay, and I'm glad that actually Yvette is feeling much better, okay, compared to the other days. Continue healing, my friend, and you'll be back in tip-top shape soon. So there you go. And then I'll just put in a sentiment for her. Okay, and probably something like, this one. Like, I'm a little crazy in a big way. Yeah, I want that. Okay, so I'll put that. Okay, for the sentiment. Let's put her. Again, no preparation because, okay, I actually finished just a few minutes, okay, before I went live preparing for, okay, KCC. So you see, it's not actually that difficult to do this. Okay, and then we will just put in our sentiment. Okay. Okay, and there the sentiment actually is, okay, supposed to be somewhere here, but I just, for this one, I want to like make it in the middle. All right, and then let's put in those faux gems over there. Okay, so there should be 2. Okay, and 1, 2. Okay, let me see. Which one do I want? Okay, so I guess I would go for this one. Okay. Okay, so these are the Nouveau drops that I actually created the other day. Oh, it wasn't busy. Okay, there you go. That's our card number 3. All right, so again, 1. This is 1. This is number 2. Okay, this is number 3. Again, every pattern paper you see are from scraps. All right, so we're moving on to card number 4. All right, so let's go get card number 4. Okay, card sketch number 4 is this one. All right, so that is what it looks like. All right, and then later tell me which of the cards or card sketches do you feel you like best? All right. So now we're moving on to number 4. All right. And based on the sketch, okay, so you would see that there is going to be some sort of a diagonal in the middle, right? So, and that is gonna be something like this for me. This is actually my, my scrap. Okay, I just cut that and then matte. Okay, and there you go. Okay, and then you can put something like that, circle at the corner. Okay, and then sentiment over there. So easy, right? So not all the sketches are, some sketches are just very easy to do, some a little bit more tricky. Okay, but don't give up hope. Again, did you see what happened to card sketch number 1, right? It wasn't perfect. Okay, it wasn't even all the way through. That's fine. Okay, don't make your mistakes, we call this happy accidents for crafters, right? So stop you from actually continuing on with whatever it is you're working on, right? So it is not about perfection, it's about the journey, right? So there you go. It looks so awkward over there. Okay, so here I don't see it, but here I see it. It's not even, but then it has already been, you know what, I won't care. I was just saying it's not about perfection. All right, just pretend you didn't see that it's not even. Okay, so again, see, it doesn't matter. No one in Kendra's Card Challenger in the team will actually go grab a ruler or measure. Oh, that's cute. That's cute. Okay, that's not right. No. Oh, you didn't follow the sketch exactly. No, never. Right? So you take the sketch and run with it, so to speak. Right? Okay, let me see. Okay, so now we just need to, okay, see how easy this is, right? So I hope that you would join. We still have, now is it's already the 26th evening for me. Probably 26 is just started out for you. So you still have 4, 5, 6 more days, almost a week. Okay, to actually come up with your complete set. Okay, you don't need to do it like what I'm doing in one session, right? You can, today do one and then tomorrow another one, or maybe, over the weekend. Okay, so whatever is more convenient, okay, for you. Okay, why are these all Christmas sentiments? Okay, so there's thinking of you, but they're big, right? So I want something that will go into that one. Okay, so these are all holidays. Nope. Okay. Okay, so this one says happy birthday. I think I like that. Okay. Okay. Then let's put a fishtail onto that happy birthday. Okay, and then we'll put dots over there. So my cards seem to be all wonky today. That's fine. There are days, and there are days. But don't let that bother you much. All right, and then we will do the 3 dots over there. All right, so let's do 1, 2, 3. Now, if you don't want to, put something like this, you may opt to do like flowers. All right. So, or faux gems. Okay. Or brads. Okay. So there you go. Happy birthday. All right. So that's card number 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. Only the card tops though. All right, so I have no card base. All right, so now we're doing sketch number 5. Okay, but hold on. First, let's say hi to the people who are coming in. Okay, so what did you decide on drinking, Blossom? Both? Right? Yes, these are fun cutouts. You've seen this many times over for those who have been following me for quite a while. All right, yeah. There you go. And we have Paul again. This is our dear friend Paul from the UK. Yes, thank you so much. He is Love Audio Production. He actually is a DJ, right? So, hello, all you fabulous people from Christina. But I'm packing, going home today. Oh, safe travels, Christina. Finally, you're going home. And please do update us. How many washes do you have? I think Susan said she has 61. All right. So what do we do now with our washies, my friends? Yes, safe travels. I had the same problem, but I couldn't leave it. Okay. Which one? Which one? Okay. Okay. Mommy Lala, where do all these scraps come from? Because I knew that KCC doesn't have any, doesn't leave. Oh, because Wims came in late. Good question. All right. So again, Kendra's card challenge is actually a card making challenge where you start off with 6 pieces of 6x6 pattern paper. But for tonight, we are tweaking it because I am using my, what do you call this? My scraps. So instead of starting out with 6 pieces of 6x6 pattern paper, I went directly onto the sketches. And you can also do that, right? Or if you want, you can create like your scraps, okay, and make them into a 6x6 and then choose 6 pieces and then you can actually do it as such. All right. So great question, Wims, right? So yes, normally the 6 pieces of 6x6 pattern paper that you will start off with Kendra's card challenge will all be used. And then you will just add solids and then embellishments and sentiments, right? So this is a kind of a tweak, but inspired by Kendra's card challenge and the use of our scraps. Okay, so good thing you already prepared enamel dots from your Nuvo, so you no longer need to wait for it to dry. Exactly, Wim. So I have you guys to thank that for. I would have just easily removed it from my, my pegboard and just stashed it somewhere else again. But then, you inspired me to actually, use it. Okay, and then from then, I actually almost gave up on it because when we opened it, right, it won't move anymore. It has dried up, and then realized that it's just the top. And so I started to use it, and once these are gone, and then I will create new set. Okay, so this is it, guys. Look, all the different colors of Nuvo drops that I have. Okay, different sizes as well, so that I can actually use them. All right, so we're now back to sketch number 5. Okay, moving on to sketch number 5. And sketch number 5 is, okay, so if you are wondering what is this is actually, okay, sketches from Kendra's card challenge. And to join this challenge is absolutely free and it's still ongoing because this is a quarterly card making challenge. And for the month of August, you still have almost 6 days to actually join. All right, so for this one, okay. Oh, why does it look different? Okay. No. It's the same. Let me see. Okay. That. Okay. And then this. Okay. Yes, it's the same. It's the same. All right. So basically what I'm going to be doing here is that one. Okay. For my base and it's gonna be matted, and then this will be, okay, come on camera. All right, so you see that green thing, okay, the background over there, that is going to be that part. Okay, and then this part, okay, the one that is actually like with a fish tail, okay, since it's pattern and pattern, it gets lost, right? So I said I will mat it, okay, and then lift it a bit, okay. So for this one, let's eyeball the middle, okay. So that's that, okay, and then I will just go over like so, okay. There you go. All right. Okay. And this one would be, okay, flush two. That one over there. And then we need any object that would go onto there. All right. So we will find that, okay, later. Oh, okay. So Blossom is starting with tea. Then I'll have my water all day. Great, great idea. Okay. That's one thing that I should actually really work on, because I don't drink water. I like drinking colored liquids, iced tea, tea, soda, but not water. And I know that's not good, right? But I'm trying. So I bought this like pitcher where it's like it measures your water consumption. So I need to finish at least one of that. That's, I think, 2.5 liters of water. Okay. Yes, but why do you have a lot of scraps? Ah, okay. So Wims, yes. Again. Sorry, Wims. Yes. Okay, let me just go back, friend, so that Wims would see where this one came from. Okay. So Wims, it was like this. Okay, so during the Craft, Create, and Swap Club, okay, Christmas party last year, earlier this year, I think they did a January. So we smashed about 8 or 9 pads like this. So some pads, right, they have like this circular thing that they can use to, like, when they display it in the stores. And most of the papers, okay, you would cut it, okay, before that one. So that is the one that I started with. The same with 12 by 12, right? So like this 12 by 12, you have that, and then you can remove this paper like so, right? So there's a perforation where you can actually, kind of remove it like so, like rip it like that, right? So what I did was, okay, I hoarded those. Marie was gonna throw it out. I said, Marie, no, can I have it? And there were a lot. Okay, so they look like this. These are actually from 12 by 12, so I cut it in half, so it's 6 by 6. Because look, they have designs, right? So they do have designs. So I said, no, I don't want to throw it. I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna use those scraps, right? So they're one-sided, okay, but the other side has, just plain white, but the other side has a design. So I took them all. I had so many of these that I actually created. Hold on. So I created all of these whims from scraps. These are from the, from the tear away part of, those paper pads. And I made this. All right. And then from here, I just cut to size, okay, what I needed for each of the sketches. Right. So there you go. Thank you for asking, Wims. Sorry. I just assumed that everybody would know. Okay, so let us go to this one. All right. Okay. My paper scraps come from scrapbooking. Yes, there you go. And if ever they're not, so all of the scraps I'm using are actually strips. Okay, so we do have a lot of scraps that are not just strips, right? Some are, maybe odd shapes and size because they are like leftovers from our projects. So for those, normally I use them for what do you call this? For art journaling or for my journals, right? So those are most of the time I use for those kinds. So there you go. And then I'm just going to put it over here. Okay. So they are all scraps. But since, bits and pieces of different paper pads, they kind of still work, right? All right, so a little bit on the whimsical side. Oh, in honor of whims. Our dear whims in the chat. Okay, and then this one says any, 2-inch or 3-inch object. Okay, so let me see. Okay, this somehow doesn't fit because it's too formal for that one. So let's go back to our, Art by Marlin book and check if we can find something that we can use from here. Okay, so maybe we will put my sketch over on this side of me. All right, and let's go and look for something that we can put, on this side of our card. Okay, remember that thing. Okay, that's the sketch. So over here, doesn't have to be circle. Okay, the representation is just circle, but you can put anything, over there. Okay, we have a ton of colors and patterns, right? So it's gonna be kind of difficult to actually look for, something. Okay, maybe we can use this sentiment as well. Okay, together with, okay, maybe one of them. Okay, I don't want to use something that's very, very big. Okay, there you go. Ah, that's good. I love it. All right. Okay. There you go. Okay. And we can have her over there. And then we will put our sentiment underneath. So who would ever thought that these are actually scraps? All right. They are inspired today. So there's a little bit of blue as well and black. And there's that also in our paper. So this is card number 5. All right. So there you go. Oh, the sentiments. Hold on. Where are the questions about the sentiments? Hold on. Come from my scrapbook. I think we should also make a challenge in scrapbooking to never leave a scrap. True. Okay, let's do that, Wims. Okay, I think the washi tapes can also be done for the KCC layout side. Yes, because basically that's the inspiration for this, Wims, actually was that. Because remember how I basically used the washi tapes as to create, like scenes using the washi tapes, and normally what I did was just to, line them up. Where is the question of Wims? Okay, hold on. I'm looking for Wims' question about the sentiments. Can you put it down again, Wims? I can't find it. Okay, water and milk are my favorite drinks, but started drinking Gatorade instead of the milk because I was drinking an unhealthy amount of and didn't realize it. Ooh, too much. Are you I'm lactose intolerant, Blossom, actually, so I cannot drink, okay, hold on. Okay, I see that in some paper pads too, and I stored them too. Yeah, so now, okay, maybe you have already a lot, Wims, now you can use it. Okay, question about the sentiment. So again, what about the sentiment, Wims? I can't find it. That is almost like a bonus paper because it's typically just thrown away. Exactly. And I love it that what's the manufacturer? What's the manufacturer for this one? Echo Park, right? Has thought of, because instead of just leaving it blank, half of it is, of course, it contains their brand, and then the half is whatever is a part of that sheet of paper is there as well. It's like a kind of you could use for like a swatch if you are trying to create a swatch. Okay, agree, Christina, and you get to create a new design paper out of those. Exactly. I always use all packagings and covers. Yes, I'm going to through my paper scrap storage and make something like this to go Wims. And I'm sure Wims would still be able to think of an additional way to make it even better. Okay, this is something I can do tonight, but just pasting paper scraps. No thinking needed. Exactly, Wim. So actually for those who are doing art journals, the one I'm doing right now, or I did right now, are basically strips. But there are those who actually use different sizes, different colors, whatever it is, and they create a master board, right? So you can do that as well. And Jana is lurking. Jana, I hope that you it's okay to lurk, but I hope you're feeling okay, my friend. Create and relate. Oh, hello. I love your name. Create and relate. Okay, just scrolled up and there you were. Oh, thank you so much. And we're happy that you found us. Thank you. Maybe we know what your name is so we can actually call you by your name. But of course, create and relate. Thank you so much for dropping by. My brain is so tired to think after all the work I did today. Yes, nice to meet you. Okay, we will check you out later. Create and relate. How did you prepare all your sentiments? Oh, okay. Okay, so for the sentiments, okay. Let me show you. Thank you so much for your questions, my friends. Because if you don't ask, I might not be able to answer. Okay. So, as I mentioned, in what earlier, okay, in Craft Everyday in August. Okay, so when I discussed about heat embossing, okay, oops, I'm not in frame. Okay, heat embossing. So when I have it out, okay, so if ever I'm gonna do something, I would make a lot. Okay, so that's why I have a stash of sentiments. So I do it in black, I do it in white, I do it in craft. I do all of them in different sizes already so that if I need something, okay, I will just go through my sentiment box and look for it. All right. So again, because normally, when you put out a tool, whether it's the embossing, embossing folders, you have to put out your die cutting machine. And then when you foil, you have to put out your foiling machine, right? So whenever I do a project, I make extras so that I have something in stash already. So let's say I go in as a guest in somebody else's channel, or there's a sudden project or a design team project that I need to do, I already have some of the sentiments, if ever. So it makes my work easy. All right, Stacy. Hi, Stacy. Thanks so much, Stacy. Oh, you lovely name as well. Stacy. Yes, thank you so much. Stacy, most of the people in the chat that you see right now have YouTube channels as well. And all of them are awesome crafters and artists. So I would highly suggest that you check them out as well later. All right. I didn't either until my doctor mentioned it. Same, right? Oh, but you were probably having stomach pain, right? Oh, really? Too much milk can make you anemic? I didn't know that. Oh. Oh, yes. I'm lactose intolerant. And I think most Asians are. Yes. So Yes, the non-lactose containing one. Okay, where is everyone from? All right. So I'm Stacy. I am Mommy Lala. I'm Mommy Guide Inc. on all the socials, and I'm from the Philippines. Wims right over there is also from the Philippines, and everybody else is from the US, except for Paul from the UK. All right. So welcome, welcome. I'm having a hard time looking for sentiments. It's good to have a sentiment stash. Yes, so I do have a sentiment stash. I have an embellishment stash. Again, so what I do is I often heat emboss in black, heat emboss clear, heat emboss white, and gold. So those, because normally those are the most useful colors. Yes. Okay, so Stacy, okay, Jana is in South Alabama. Oh, so that's how. Thank you so much, Blossom, for we learned something more other than crafting here. Yes, same, same, same. Oh, you lost power, Reagan. Why? Is there a storm? I hope not. Stay safe. Oh, okay. So you're also in the UK. One of our dear friends, is also from the UK, is Gaz. Craft by Gaz. I'm in Southwest Colorado. Oh, is there a storm right now? Actually, today, for some weird reason, there is a storm supposedly, but it wasn't that bad, the weather. Rains here and there. So there was no school for most students. Okay, so everybody, a lot of them were just at home. So I'm looking for sketch number 6. All right, so now we're doing sketch number 6, my friend. So this sketch is very easy and perfect for our scraps. Okay, because most of my scraps are actually also already look like that. All right, so cards. I made it too small. All right. Okay. There you go. All right. So let's go to card sketch number 6. All right. So Stacy, we are actually doing Kendra's card challenge 19. So if you have not heard of it, I would love to invite you to actually join. You can even win a chance to win up to $1,000 worth of crafting, products from the super sponsors of Kendra's Card Challenge. So basically, this is a quarterly card making challenge where you can create 15 or more cards depending on whatever is the challenge sketch for that season or for that quarter, and come up from 6 sheets of 6x6 pattern paper, come up with 15 or more cards. All right, so for this one, so you have again, these are scraps that I'm using. I'm just trying to how will I arrange my scraps. So like so. All right, so it's so easy. This is such a very easy sketch. That's it. That's it. Okay, so now we can go crazy with the embellishments and the sentiments. So you are going to be given, it's a free challenge, by the way, for those who are probably watching, and do not know what it is, or maybe you're afraid, oh no, it might be a paid one. All the links actually and how to download the PDF so you can join is in the description of this video, right? So please join us. You still have 6 more days for the month of August, and then of course there's another one in September. On top of that, there is also the what do you call this, color palette challenge. So every month, in cooperation with am I right? Sarah Renee Clark, is that her name? My brain sometimes I don't know. I forget a lot of things. But anyway, the inspiration, she let us use her color cube, for inspiration. And then you're not supposed to put, a sentiment, okay, or an embellishment over there. Okay, and some sentiments. All right, so I even have, as I told you, when I make sentiments, I even have excess, from my foiling. I even have foiled sentiments as well. Okay, so now let's look for, okay, something that we can put over here. All right, so I still have this. Okay, do you remember this from, Bitty Penny's digital collection? Okay, let me check. Let me see if I can find something. It's way too big. I'm looking for something that I can use that ain't too big. There. Okay. Like that. See, there's no plan, no rhyme, reason. I just going through my scraps at the same time, the sentiments that I have. Okay, and I'm just, putting in, things I feel might be great. So it's like the butterfly is accompanying her, like so. Okay, and now I just need a nice sentiment to go with it. Okay. Okay. I just need to look for a sentiment. Where is my other sentiments? I'm looking for something that is... Okay. Where are my Tim Holtz one? Okay. See? Where is it when you need it? I'm going through ding 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 ding. There should be like Alexa, where did I put we can ask her, Alexa, where did I put it? And then it's gonna tell me, oh, you placed it over there. Oh, okay, thank you. But sad to say, I don't. Okay. Okay, crying is when your eyes speak in. Oh, look at this. Look at this. New possibilities are awaiting. Oh, that's so perfect. Right? So, this is it. Supposedly, the sentiment should go there. But, okay, I'm going to tweak the sketch and put it, okay, over there. Oh, cool. And then I will just put faux gems or nouveau dots, okay, onto, this side. All right. Okay, so I hope that you guys are enjoying your day, and thank you so much again for joining me. Okay, today as we go through another episode of our craft every day in August. So yes, I do go live every day for the month of August. So several more days to go. Okay, and then I go back to my regular live stream schedule, which is every Wednesdays and Saturday nights here in the Philippines. All right, so there you go. That's card number 6. Moving on to card number 7. See how easy it is? All right, so we're now on card sketch number 7. Okay, and 7 looks like this. All right, so... Okay, so we're going to put card sketch number 7 over there. Okay, so if you want to get a hold of, the sketches and all the details about Kendra's Card Challenge, it's all in the description of this video. Okay, go to that link, download it for free, and you're good to go. All right, so for card sketch number 7, okay, and it looks, okay, like this. Okay, so... All right. So this is what it looks like. Of course, I already cut all the These are all scraps that I put together, and then I cut according to the cutting details, okay, for Kendra's Card Challenge 19. Again, Kendra's Card Challenge is really more of an inspiration, right? So if you do want to tweak the sketch, let's say, as I mentioned earlier, this is supposed to be a portrait card, but then if you want to make it, landscape, that's fine. If you want to make it bigger, that's also fine. But this is intended to be for, the sketches are really meant for an A2 size card. Okay, so there you go. Okay, and then, okay, I'm just looking at the sketch. Okay, and trying to determine. Okay, there you go. So that when I put it together, I won't make a mistake like what I did in card number 1, where there were no, okay, so the borders in between, or the distances in between, okay, weren't the same. Okay, so as Jana would say, okay, so we all borrowed this from Jana. Okay, she calls it auditioning, okay, your stuff. Okay, so if you feel that, yes, this is the right one, or this is the right way I want to put it in my project or my card, then go ahead and do so. All right, so let me just check this one. There's something wrong with this. It's wonky. You see? I knew it. It's kind of wonky. So I'm going to cut it, which is wonky. Oh no, what have I done? All right. Okay, so where was I? Select that, and then this is like this. There you go. That's better. Okay. Okay, so that's what it's gonna look like. So let's put it all together. Right? Can we do that? It's like, okay, we will teach Alexa where everything is, and then when we're crafting and you forget, just like I do most of the time, okay, I can ask Alexa, where did I put this and that? Right? Oh my goodness. Okay, this time, okay, now I will put it again and make sure that, how my card number 1, if you watch on replay, was so bad. That's why I'm now trying to make sure that, okay, oops, it's wrong. It should be like this. Okay, let's try to make sure that more or less at least even spaces in between, because it makes me crazy when I see, okay, it just makes me crazy, but I won't, it doesn't matter if it don't end up having like even borders. I think that's the best I can. Oh, not bad. All right, so let's start with that. Okay. Let's try not to move it anymore, Lala, please. Okay. Try. That's the thing with me. So that's why it's unsafe. okay, for me to put anything that is liquid, okay, beside me. Because the possibility and the probability of me, see, okay, actually making it fall or mess up my workspace is gonna be very, very high. The percentage of that happening or that occurrence gonna happen is very, very high. Now, this is the one that's making. Okay, how I wish there could be like a magnetic kind of thing. Remember those scrapbooking days? I think Dawn, I saw it in Dawn's video yesterday. She had that too. There's this magnetic box. Okay, so if let's say you're working on a layout for a scrapbook and somehow you needed to leave or you needed to go. So it's a small box, not very what do you call tall, just not too high. And then what you do is there are magnets inside. So everything that's there, let's say it can be held by the magnet. So if you want to bring it somewhere, right, stash it away for now, okay, when you go back, okay, so the layout is already there, right? So you don't, oh, that looks very nice. Okay, now how I wish this is gonna work with the rest of, okay, let me see. Okay, this is looking pretty okay. Woohoo! All right. Okay. So I hope that you would, again, I would like to invite you over for Kendra's Card Challenge 19. As well as if you have not tried out the not too shabby mood board challenge, that is also still ongoing. Oh, where is it? Okay. All right, there we go. Awesome. It took me a long time to put this thing together because I really didn't want to mess this up like what I did with the first sketch. I love it! Yoo-hoo! All right, so that is what this one looks like. And then you're just supposed to put a sentiment in the middle. Okay, or an embellishment of some sort. Okay, so let's just go through. Okay, my Essentials Golden. Okay, this is an art by Marlin one. Okay, let me see the card. Where is a card? Okay, so we can see. Okay, that one. Okay. So that. Okay. Do I want the cat in honor of our cat-loving friends? Yes, I think I will just have to mat it so it doesn't get lost. Okay, and then do we say whoop whoop? No. What could be the sentiment? Okay, confidence. Remove that part. I kind of want to remove that part. There. I like that better. All right, so let me get you light up the world on top of the world. Okay, so there's no nice sentiment for that. Okay, over here. So let me just grab a piece of, okay, matting for this one. Where did I put them? So let me just put a little mat onto my, okay, my cat so that it doesn't get lost in translation because it's a very busy background. So I'm showing you live how to actually navigate through Kendra's Card Challenge 19. If you do have questions, please put them in the chat and I will try to answer them, right? So if this is your first time, probably you do have questions, clarifications. I would love, 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 love to answer them. Um, yes, I'm part of the design team for Kendra's Card Challenge 19. So if you want more inspiration in terms of, this one, okay, there's a lot of that you can find in my channel, as well as some of our dear friends in the chat. Okay, so Jana, okay, also used to be part of DT, and then of course Yvette, okay, so you can find inspiration as well, and some of our dear friends also join, okay, and have several of their Kendra's Card challenges also on their channel. There you go. Okay, now I just need to look for the perfect sentiment. Oh, cool. I love it. Okay, let me just, okay, while I'm trying to finish this. Okay, let me just, okay, so I'm right. Sarah Renee Clark. Okay. Oh, Christina had to go. Christina, okay, safe travels, my friend. Okay, bring her here so I can go home. Yes. Safe travels, my friend. Okay, see you next time. Okay. Yes, Sarah Renee Clark for color cubes. Yes. Okay, so she is okay. Her color cubes are the inspiration for the monthly this color palette challenge on Kendra's card challenges. That's an add-on. Okay, if you want to join that as well, absolutely you can. Okay, let me see. And okay, yes, if you do have questions, Stacy, just PM DM is key. Okay, school holidays are, so I'm super busy. Or are you still in school? Okay, or are you a teacher? Thank you so much, Dawn. Yes, Stacy, the crafty visage is Dawn. Yes. I'm really missing doing lives. Can't wait to start again when the kids go back in. Absolutely. And please do drop by and tell us if ever, so that we can also go there and watch. Okay. I always ask Saint Anthony to help me find things I have lost or can't put my fingers on. All right. That's awesome. Awesome. I'd love that upgrade on Alexa. Okay. Loves, okay, whether it be immediately after asking for a few days, I always thank him and God both for the help as soon as I locate what I ask for help with. That's a great, great mindset, Blossom. Thank you so much. No, it's not, right? The Lord said, right, in everything we do, all right, seek Him. Nothing wrong with being weird. It makes us interesting, right? So uniquely you, right? So we are uniquely us. Not too shabby. Now you're talking to my heart. Yes, of course. The Not Too Shabby Mood Board Challenge is still ongoing as well. Right? So if you want more details on that one and inspiration, yes, you can head on to. Also, my channel has several videos on that as well. Okay, hold on. No matter how big I will always you say true to who you are. All right. So you know how cats are. They're unlike our fur dogs, our fur baby dogs. They're very, what do you call this? Cuddly. They're very they're very sweet. Okay. But our cats, they have their like own, way of, it's like when they don't want to be sweet, you can't, right? So in our household, it's like it's mostly cats. Okay, so my nanny and my daughter loves cats so much. My son, on the other hand, dogs. Right. So stay true to who you are, and I think that a cat Absolutely perfect for that. There you go. All right. And this one, I feel, yes, guys, I'm trying to smash this Nuvo drops, right? So every time or anytime that I can find a way to use it, I will. All right. So that, okay, I can actually go back and create some more. Right. So another thing that's missing for several days now, I cannot find my jewel picker. I know it's here somewhere. I just don't know where it is. I've already cleaned up from yesterday, still could find it. So there you go. All right, so this is card sketch number 7, my friends. All right, so now we're moving on to number 8. Okay, number 8. And number 8 is this one. All right, another easy sketch. All right, so as I mentioned, there are sketches that are really very easy. Okay, and then there are sketches that are a little bit more tricky, so to speak, to put together. All right, so this is how I do it. So some put it in trays like me, others put it in, baggies. Okay, like this one. So everything that and then they put like a number so that they know for what card number that is. Because at the end of all of the 15 cards, you need to take a single photo of everything. And then that's the one that you submit. Okay, and every month there is at the end or the first week of the month after, Kendra goes live on her channel, and normally that's during the live stream hub for that month, and I'm most of the time part of that one. Okay, Kendra will announce the winners. Okay, so there's about $1,000 worth of prizes that can be won from, okay, of course, courtesy of Kendra and our super sponsors. And in between, okay, so just simply by watching, okay, so we do have, super sponsor hops within the quarter. Okay, and you will see some of the other team members doing sketches and cards based on Kendra's Card Challenge 19 using products from our super sponsor. So this is a portrait, a landscape. Okay, and by simply watching that, okay, those hops, okay, so there's actually a form, okay, where you can, just accomplish that when you watch, okay, the video, and then submit, and you get a chance to win. All right, so it's going to look something like that. Okay, and these 3 actually are supposed to have like fish tails. Okay, so let's do that now. Okay. So imagine even this small kind of strip of paper, okay, is also in the instruction, okay, in the PDF. So really, all you need to do is just to look for the paper that you want to use, and of course the sentiment, the embellishment. But the most difficult part of the card making process, which is thinking of how do you put it together to make an awesome layout, is already done for you. All you need to do is just to put it together, right? So, and by the end of the quarter, you have 45 cards if you will join every month in the quarter. How awesome is that, right? So you get to, okay, do 45 cards in one quarter. And you'd be surprised during the showcase of the submissions, and it's from all over the world. So you don't need to be just in the US to join. Okay, you can actually be anywhere in the world and you can absolutely join, right? So that's why in the submission, okay, you actually need to tell, okay, where you are coming from. Okay, so there you go. Oh, I can see the unevenness again. Okay, let's put it underneath. It's bothering me, friends. Hold on. I cannot. All right, that's better. Still wonky, but not too much. Okay. All right, and then I will just cut this a little bit. Okay, so it's not the perfect size anymore, but that doesn't matter. It's okay. So I hope that you're getting this, that it's not about perfection, my friends. No one is going to measure your card for perfectness of, dimensions and stuff. All right, and then we're going to put it like that. Okay, so, okay, this is the 2, 2, okay. All right. We're very near one of my favorite sketch for this KCC19. All right, so let's look for a sentiment. Okay, could be like that. Okay, no matter how big I get, I will always look up to you. All right, so no focal point other than the sentiment. Okay, so sometimes I want that as well, especially if the sentiment is something like this, right? It's so full of meaning, important message. Okay, it can be for your mentor, for your parents, right? So, and then you're supposed to put like this fishtail sentiments onto that part. Okay, let me see. Yes. Oh, actually, if you want, you could have rounded this, but then again, it's okay because I already attached it. Okay, so I will just add Nuvo drops over there. Okay. Okie dokie. All right, and then we will put this on top of those. Okay. There you go. Okay. We'll just put some Nuvo drops. Oh, I'm really smashing this Nuvo drops today, yeah? Love it. Okay, let me see. Let's just put 2 over there and over there. And let's probably do the green because I feel that those 2 green. Oh, it doesn't show us green. Why does it show us peach? Hold on. I think I am in blue screen. This camera is on blue screen. See, it's on green screen. That's why the colors are wrong. See, did you see that? It's green. It's like, why is that peach? It's supposed to be green. Okay, so it was on green screen mode. That's why. Whoop. All right, there you go. Ting. All right, so that's card sketch number 8 coming right up. Okay, is my favorite. Okay, number 9. All right, so number 9 is this one, my friends. Ta-da! Because it's kind of unique, right? So it does look like a pinwheel of some sort, right? So number 10. Okay. And Stacy said, I'm back on my laptop now, so I will connect with everyone. Oh, thank you. Please don't forget to comment so we can follow you and check you out as well. Okay, Stacy. Okay, so this seems wrong. Let me check my measurements. Okay, so 4. See, it's 4 by 5, not 5.25. I knew there was something. It looks... Okay, so this is 4. Oh, no. Okay, so 5.25. Okay, by 4. Okay. There you go. Just simply by putting it like that, I knew there's something wrong because it wasn't like, it wasn't even. It's like there's a lot more border on the bottom. All right, so this one. So looking at the sketch. All right, so first, okay, so let's put this together. Okay, so we do need to remove a 1/4 of an inch off from that one so that, ew, my trimmer fell. Don't worry, it's still alive. All right, so let's put this first. Okay. How about you guys? Do you, when you create your card, do you do these last, or do you put down the, you know, this one, put together your card base first, and then you put the embellishments and everything, or you just finish the, you know, the card top first? Okay. All right. So it does have this one. Okay. So these are the different. Okay. So you need like 4 solids. Okay. And this came from the one that I actually, okay, this I cut. Okay. So you're supposed to alternate them. Okay. So let's see. All right. So I will alternate each one of them. Okay, no, I want this to be there. Okay, and that. Okay, and then there. Okay, so what I do is I put the adhesive. So for those who's gonna do this sketch, okay, hold on. My camera is okay. There you go. All right. So what I do is I only put the adhesive on one side. Okay, and then this one has to be like the yag. If you extend that, would, okay, point to the tip of that one. All right, and then you do the next one. Okay, pretend, imagining that they could like make a, what do you call that? A straight line. So again, I only put an adhesive onto, okay, one of the sides. Okay, and then I look, okay, I want them to be like aligned like so. Right, and then I move on to the next one. Okay, so this time we want the solid again, right? So this time again it has to be, okay, like diagonal. So I will only put adhesive onto the, okay, side and do it like so. Okay, again, remember, it doesn't be like that, like this. This one has to, like, if you imagine, if you extend it, will reach towards the edge of that pointed one. All right, and the next one. Okay, so we move on to this again. Pretend that it's gonna make like a straight line, right? So again, only the edge. Okay, so you don't need, so that you have time to navigate, maneuver, make sure that it's pointed towards there and it's aligned like that, right? So it's actually very easy to put together. Just, it might look difficult in the beginning, but actually it's very easy to put together. Okay, there you go. You can see I'm doing this actually faster than on what I did with the others. All right, so okay, just straight. Okay, and then of course we're gonna put this one in between like so. So I will put adhesive over on one side. Okay, and then put this in between like so. And there you have it. Perfect. Right? So we will raise it a little bit. Okay. It's so cute, right? I love this sketch. Oh, thank you so much for connecting to Wims. Might. I will know for sure in October, Wims. Okay, I'll message you. Are you leaving? Are you going? Okay. All right. So we want the fox to be okay, the one over there. Let me see the sketch. Okay, goes like middle. All right, there you go. Shannon. And then you're supposed to put a sentiment there and then something in the middle if you want. Okay, so let's see. Let's check. Since this is green. Yes, I think I feel. No. I've been really trying to put that in. How's that? Could be. Yeah, I think okay. I don't know where this was from. I've had it forever. Might as well use it now. Okay, over there. Perfect. Okay, now just the perfect sentiment. Just need to look for the perfect sentiment. Okay. Maybe it could be for Father's Day, right? Because that's a guy. Okay, but it does look like a child, so maybe a different one. Oh, high five, Stacey. I'm a solo mom. Yes, I am a solo mom and I have two beautiful, beautiful kids that I love so, so dearly. So glad you're my dad. You know what? I feel it's really calling this dad thingy. Okay, so let's just put that. Okay. Ta-da! Okay, there's supposed to be like a ribbon of some sort over here. It's just that nearby. I have. So we might forgo that part. Okay, but instead of a ribbon, maybe your guess is right. I'm just gonna put my Nuvo drops. Okay, which I painstakingly created, my friends, from scratch. I've unearthed them from oblivion. Oh, I feel that's too big. But anyway, it's there. Ta-da! Very, very simple. All right. That's 9. Oh my goodness. We're almost through, my friends. Number 10. Okay. I think that is the hardest. Everything else will be now very easy. Okay. Card sketch number 10 is this one. Okay, so 10. All right, number 10. Okay, number 10 will be done in no time at all. Okay. All right, so for this one, if you can see, all right, so we have 1, 2, and then here would be a sentiment. Okay, and then just, something like that. All right. I'm really trying to put in this flowers I did the other day. All right. Oh, maybe I can put in my... Hold on. Okay. Where are my other... Okay, where is that? Okay, some of these... Too big. Too big. You know, too big. Too big. In Filipino, it means water. Okay. But in the US, it's too big. Like very big, right? But ours is too big. It's water. All right, let me see. Could be hugs. Right? Hugs. Okay. And then let me see if I can add a little bit of, you know, it's all butterflies. Where are my others? My other embellishments. Oh, I wish I have an Alexa would tell me, Alexa, where are my embellishments? Hold on. Okay. Let me see. Life is but a dream. Cherish. It's too big. Okay. I want butterfly, but I want it to be just not too big. Everything seems to be so big. You know what? I'm just gonna put it first, and then I'll go grab that big Excel book that we have from Art by Marlin and check it out. Maybe we can find some inspiration over there. All right, so okay, so this is a foiled sentiment. As I said, this one has like stars in it. Okay, so this is from Crafty Krita. Crafty Krita is actually a company based in Australia and is one of the super sponsors for Kendra's Card Challenge. And I actually used this in one of our challenges. I forgot which, maybe KCC 18, right? So, and then when I did that, I made sure I made extras. All right, so that, like now, I needed it, so I have it. Okay, so I ran out of card bases, my friend, so everything is card tops right now. All right, so let's just look for, okay, something that I can use to embellish, okay, my card. Okay, I really am running out of, this is too big. Too big. I want just tiny one. Tiny, cute one. Can't find, so let's go to our out of this world. Okay, so where is our big book? It fell on the floor. Okay. Promise, the others are very, very easy. Okay, so remember this. Okay, so we need to look for something that we can add to it. Okay, because I just feel it is way too bare. Okay, so mixing up whimsical with kinda, that's fine. See, mixing up as well the different kinds of flowers. That, that. And then let's just put something. Okay. Let me look for It's a Wonderful World. Oh, I do have some here. I never got to use. Way too big. Hugs. Hugs, hugs, hugs. Okay, do I put in the sun? No. Party on. Yeah, I think that's it. Okay. Oh, we have this. Okay. No. Guess let's put the over there. Maybe we can use it for later. Okay, that's it. Okay, so let's layer it. Okay, I just feel it was too, what do you call that? It was missing something. All right, and then this one I would just layer a bit. Okay, so for that to have a little bit of dimension, because everything seems to be very flat. Ta-da! Hugs! There you go. That's card number 10. Oh, still at work? Jana, I've connected. Thank you, Stacy. Yes, BFGM is Blossom. I'm having trouble finding your channel. If you could leave me a message and I can follow. Okay, as lovable as cats are, they are most definitely very persnickety. Oh, I love that word, persnickety. Oh, that's what you use to describe them. Thank you, Blossom. Persnickety. All right. I'll also connected to you, Stacy. Okay, I'm already connected with the crafty Visage. Yes, that's Dawn. Okay, I've created KCC19 cards on my channel too. All right. So Reagan, I will, after this video, after this live, I will add you in the description of this video so people can also check out. Okay, inspiration from Reagan. Thank you so much, Reagan. There. Any tips? Okay, here's from Susan. Any tips on taking the photos of cards, KCC and single cards? I can never get the color to look the same as the real card. Oh, that's really a problem, right? Okay, so normally, Susan, it's really the lights. So it's best if you take a photo outside, ambient light. So meaning, not the lights we have at home, maybe on your porch or, in front of your house, lay them down. Okay. And then, the high, because if you like put it very, very close, it's going to have like a curve kind of look, right? So, and then, then just edit if you can on your phones. Our phones actually are very, very good in terms of quality. Before, you actually need to have like a really nice camera to be able to get great photos, right? So I hope that helps. Okay, Susan, so agree. Okay, so the lighting is very, very important. Yes, because if you join, okay, and then you submit, okay, remember friends, there's a different, okay, if you want your project to be showcased during the, the announcement of winners, you need to upload, okay, that photo of, the complete set on Kendra's Card Challenge Facebook group. Again, it's free to join, right? So when you upload it there, go to the album KCC19 August. That's where you upload, okay? But if you want also to win, okay, get a chance to win, you have to upload that, okay, to the in links, okay, link, okay? And that is actually part of the document that you will download for free. All right? So all the details are there. The QR code is there. So make sure that you are submitting it in the one that says August, okay? Because now is August. Because if you go to, what do you call that? July, you can no longer upload that because July is finished. And then you cannot also upload in September because September is not yet here, right? So just make sure that you are actually putting it in the right folder. Okay, so again, two ways, all right? If you want, okay, to see your card, okay, because Kendra actually will show all the people who submitted, okay, during the what do you call this, the showcase of winners. Okay, so if you want, then you have to submit that in the Kendra's Card Challenge Facebook group. Okay, just to join is absolutely free. Just make sure that please answer the questions, okay, that is being asked, because if you do not, we will not approve, your joining, because that is basically just saying that you will follow the rules, you'll be kind, stuff like that. Okay, and then go to the media, okay, and look for the album, okay, where it says the folder for KCC19 August. All right, so there is, okay, oops, this is, oh, I forgot. This is card sketch number 11. Oh my goodness, we are already on card sketch 11. Oh my gosh, it's already midnight. I'm sorry, my friends. I've kept you here for such a long time. Okay, I'm going to try to make this faster. Okay, so as you probably almost lunchtime for you guys. Okay, so let me just go grab me some. Okay. Ooh, I remember this, right? So this is one of the bonus printables, previous bonus printable for Kendra's Card Challenge, right? So on top of the awesome challenges, there are also some bonus printables, but that one is you can get access to that if you are part of the paid Patreon. Okay, so that's one of the perks that you can get. Okay, you don't need to, but if you do want access to that one, okay, you can. There are 4 different tiers, starting with $5 to, of course, the highest one is $25. That's the VIP. And if you are part of the VIP, you actually get access to card making kit, not just a sampler kit, but the kit, which can already make up to 15 cards or more. And of course, you have access to the special VIP group. Okay, since you do have that, access to bonus, card making kit, then there is also an opportunity to win, okay, from that. But only those in the VIP can actually join that one. All right, so having or being part of the paid Patreon of Kendra actually helps keep the challenge free for everyone. You don't need to, okay, but if you do, okay, that is going to be very helpful in continuously making the challenge again free for all. Okay, old ways don't open you the happiness is homemade. Sometimes you win, sometimes get quiet and listen. I'm looking for a perfect sentiment for this. Be brave enough to listen to your heart. Shake the world. If you have to choose a color, choose rainbow. Okay, this is where the magic happens. So I think I like that. All right. Okay, I want that to be over here. All right, there you go. Shannon. All right, it says here the sentiment is here, but I want it over there, and that is fine. All right, so and I feel that this can also, okay, benefit from, okay, one of my, okay, recently made Nouveau drops. Okay. I'm gonna smash this Nouveau drops for sure. If I keep on using them, okay, no time at all, I'll need a new refill. There you go. This is where magic happens. All right, so number 12. All right, 12, 12, 12. Okay, last four, my friends. Okay, so this is card sketch number 12. Again, another very easy sketch. So actually, KCC19, somehow, the sketches are fairly easy, except for number 7, 9, and number 1. Those are the only sketches I feel that's a little bit tricky. Otherwise, everything else seems to be, very easy to navigate. All right. Okay. So this is another portrait card. Okay, so it's gonna look like that. Okay, and then okay, so like this. All right, and then this one will go on top, but before that, okay, so this our scraps. Okay, and then this one as well. Okay, and I will put it there. So we need 2. Okay, and then I will just cut it off. Okay, like so. All right, like that. Okay. Okay. How's everyone doing? I'm getting hungry. I am. Okay, I feel I need a midnight snack. It's actually midnight for me, my friends. It's midnight already here in the Philippines. Okay, so for most of you, if you're in the East Coast in the US, I think you are almost noontime, right? So, okay, and then I will just cut off the excess like so. So before you attach it to your mat, make sure that you have cut it first, okay, so that you won't have a hard time kind of removing it, okay? Okay, I'm just eyeballing things, my friends, not even measuring it. Now, if you are very OC, you want everything to be perfectly aligned and even, yes, go ahead and do so. That's absolutely fine. All right, so there you go. Okay, so again, Reagan has finished. Okay, she did a KCC video on her channel recently. So if you want more inspiration, okay, you can head on to her channel as well as the other design team members. And we do have hops that are going on almost every week. Okay, so coming up next is, of course, our hop for the month of, September. Okay, in just a few weeks, that's going to happen. Okay, so I hope that you can join us there as well. Normally, I'm the last in the hop because, they're very considerate because, as they know, I'm in the Philippines, and it starts the hop starts at 3:30 a.m. here for me. So by the time it's my turn, it's about 7 a.m. So I hope that you could join us again there. Okay, and hopefully you might win, right? So I know Wims has won already before, and also who else? I know also that Anna has won as well of KCC. Not KCC, Craft, Create, and Swap Club. All right, so there, it's gonna look like this. Oh, that's so cool, right? And then we're gonna put a scene in the middle like so. See, that's how easy it is to put Kendra's Card Challenge cards together. Okay, that's how I actually fell in love with KCC. The first time I did this live, and I was surprised that Kendra was actually there, and I didn't know what I was doing, if I was doing it right or wrong. It's just whatever, I'm just gonna put this together. All right, so there you go, and then it's supposed to go like this. Okay, All right. Okay, there you go. Awesome. Look at that card. Okay, so now I'm just gonna look for. All right, this time around, yes, finally, it's okay. It can be placed over there. Okay. Yes. Okay, let me see which one is better. Okay, I feel that, okay, I think this one is the best one to go over there. Okay, and then I will just tuck in some of my leaves. Where are my other leaves? All right, like so. And then we're just gonna put a sentiment. Okay, so for those, okay, this is actually layering flower from Altenew that I did in one of our live streams for Craft Everyday in August when I talked about layering dies. So you can check that live stream out. It's in the playlist, okay, of Craft Everyday in August. All right, and then okay, just looking for a perfect sentiment to go with that. Okay. Nothing too big. Okay, I can't find. Okay, why is that the only crafting sentiment I have here? I have a lot. Okay, and most are already Christmas. Okay, how about the black one? Missing you. You're the tops pops. That's for dad. Okay, I love my crafty life. Crafty friends. Oh, okay. I'm gonna reuse it again because it just feels right. Okay. Okay. There you go. Okay. Now I want to add. Okay, this too. Okay. Let's make it an uneven 3. Okay, so from big to small. All right, there you go. Ta-da! This is number 12. All right, woohoo! 13. All right, so this is sketch number 13, my friends. Oh, okay, this one's okay, and another one that has like circles. Okay, so for this one, okay, it's gonna look like this. Why so many sentiments here? All right. So your usual, okay, let's make this smaller. Okay, so your usual mats. Okay, and then the third one, suggestion is, you know, an embossed. Okay, embossed one. Okay, and this is what I'm gonna be doing. It's gonna look something like that. All right, and of course, these are my, you know, my, what do you call that? My scraps. Okay, and I just die cut. Okay, using a circle die. All right, and then it's gonna look like this. All right, let me see my. Okay, there you go. Yes, so you can do that. Okay, and then another one like that. Okay, and then my middle one would be something like that. All right. So that is what it's gonna look like. All right, so let's put it together. Okay, I'm trying to make it fast because it's almost time for you guys to have lunch. Okay, again, thank you so much for joining me, my friends. If this is your first time and if you want to see more, card making projects and other crafty stuff here, okay, kindly make sure that you hit that notification bell so you do get notified when I go live, and okay, consider subscribing as well, my friends. All right, so there you go. Okay, and if you can see, I'm just keeping it very, very flat for now. Okay, and then we will just remove the excess circle. Okay. Okay, and then we will put it down like so. Now, if you want, you can ink the edges. Kind of make it not too white. All right. This is just a dye-based ink. Okay, so this is a distress oxide. Actually, a combination rather. Okay, of dye and pigment. Okay. I will put it like so, mat it like that. Oh! Okay, because my papers are... Okay. They're all, what do you call that, with texture. Okay. There you go. See, with the ink, I actually managed to smear it. It's okay. All right. Okay. So to cover that up, I'm going to put this, right? So with love on your birthday, right? To hide that boo-boo, okay, that I accidentally created. Okay. So just a little bit of a fishtail, not too wide. Okay, there you go. Just a tiny, tiny bit. All right. Okay, and then we will just layer that a bit. Okay, now I'm just thinking what I'm going to put in there. Okay, as my focal point. I am thinking. Or I'll just let it be. Oh, maybe my gems. Okay. Just some faux gems. With love on your birthday. See? Now we have hidden our boo-boo. Ta-da! Okay, we can actually have... What can I have there? In the middle... Okay. If you want, that can stay as is, or I am thinking, where are my faux gems? Okay. Okay. Let me check first if I like. Nah. You know what? I don't like. It stays like that. That's it. All right. And then number 14. Okay, that's 2, my friends. Okay, so this is 14. And again, another easy sketch. Okay, this is Reagan's channel, by the way. Uniquely Reagan handcrafted cards. Okay, oh, is there another one? Okay, there you go. Thank you so much, Reagan. We would love to see it. Any tips? Okay, that one I already did. Let me see. Ashley. Hi, Ashley. What is the adhesive? Sorry, just joined. What is the adhesive? Oh, sorry. Let me see. From where? Okay. The adhesives I'm using are, okay, so the liquid ones are the Barely Art. Okay, this one. Come on, focus. There you go. This is the Barely Art Precision Glue. Okay, and then the other adhesive I use are foam tapes. Okay, so you can find different kinds of foam tapes. Okay, so basically that's it. But for the one to create the scraps that I used for tonight, I did use Distress Collage Medium. All right, so I hope that answers. Sorry, Ashley. I wasn't able to see it earlier. Hello, hello. Thank you so much for dropping by. Create and relate. I love paper quilling. Oh, yes. I actually have maybe 2 to 3 videos on my channel about paper quilling. I'm new to it, but enjoying the project, so they'll get better over time. Absolutely. Once you get, to use or do them more often, then it gets better. Our dear friend Jana in the chat, there is nothing in terms of craft or arts that she cannot do. Only one thing. Sing. Other than that, she can absolutely do it. Right? So if you're looking for inspiration, check out also Jana's channel. All right. Oh, Nuvo drops. Okay, I feel a purchase is coming on. Okay, just a heads up. It dries slow or long, Stacy. So if you are in a rush, so do what I did. Okay, so create the dots and then just let them be for maybe half a day, and then they're dry. And then you have all, because if you're gonna use it and then you accidentally like lean on it or touch it, and then the dome is gonna fall, right? So the reason I've been using and I made it and I use it, it's because I haven't been using it for a very, very long time. So that is the reason for it now being used all the time, my friend. So again, Stacy, if it's something that you feel you are going to use, by all means, it's beautiful. It's just that I had, I struggled with using it for quite a while. And then, so I actually have 30 of them, 30 colors. I kid you not. Right? So that is why during that day for Craft Every Day in August, so, I got challenged by, Dawn and Wims and Susan and Vicky to actually, encourage me to use it. Okay. And if you would check out Wim's stories, I think she actually created and used Nuvo drops, not just for, creating the drops, but she actually used it as well as a media to create, to make, to create, what do you call this, images, okay, or prints using your stencil, right? So in lieu of texture paste, she used Nuvo drops. So that's another thing that you can actually check out. All right. So here I feel I'm going to go grab my Excel book again. All right. So there is sentiment over here and then a bit of embellishment over there. So we're going to go back to this book. Oh my goodness. One more card to go, my friends. And we're done. Right. So, okay. So this is our card. So we have to look for, okay, something to put in here. Okay. A sentiment. Okay. And some embellishment. Okay, so I don't want something too big. Okay. In fairness to me, I've used this a lot. I feel that I have actually. Ooh. Oh, I like this. Oh, sorry, you can't see it. It's too big. Okay, I think I want it there, right? Very whimsical, just like the design, right? So I think I want that. Okay, and then now just the sentiment. Okay, there's just many things going on already for this one. Okay, and then we go on and look for life is but a dream, right? So like the rainbows. Okay, awesome. You would not believe, my friends, how old this one is. Oh my goodness. That's circa before I had my daughter, my eldest daughter, Samantha. See, it doesn't stick anymore. The adhesive has totally dried up. Life is but a dream. There we go. Number 14. Yes, last but not the least, my dear friends, is card sketch number 15. Again, another easy sketch. So if you are new to card making, following sketches is a great way to build up your confidence and create a lot of cards. All right. So here you go. Okay, so this is, okay, let me lessen this one. Oh, okay. All right, so this one, another portrait. Okay, so, and then what we're going to do is to mat each of the other elements before we actually put it together. Okay, so just following the sketch, you just mat everything first. Okay, oh my goodness, we are done. 15 awesome cards using just the scraps, the scrap, okay, from our, remember those 12 by 12 or 6 by 6 pattern paper pads. Okay, so sometimes they have that ring or that circular thing at the top where it's like an added, it doesn't really is part of the 6 by 6 or the 12 by 12, but it's there to, attach it so that if they say, let's say they sell it in the stores, they can hang it, right? So most of the time there are like decorations on those. So I didn't throw them. So I said, okay, but I've been saving them up for a very, very long time. And thus I said, okay, it's high time I actually use them. And since yesterday, the other day, we actually, the topic was how many washi tapes do I have? Because I actually really have a lot. But honestly, I don't know how many. And so during that live stream, we finally learned how many I have. And then the next day I asked, okay, what do I do with all of these washi so I can actually use them, right? It's okay to have, this stuff with you as long as I feel that, you can actually use it. So they gave me, suggestions. They said, make card backgrounds out of it. Okay, so I did. And in doing so, I just basically made like something like what I did right now. Okay, but instead of, scraps, I used washi tapes. And so that was the inspiration for today. I said what I did with the washi tapes yesterday, I will do with the scraps, okay, that I have for today. All right. And finally, okay, we will have to put a sentiment over here and another, okay, embellishment over onto that side. Okay. So let me see if I can. Okay. Can I make it this one? Can. I feel it can because of, all the colors over there, and it's great with brown. Okay, now I just need a sentiment. Okay, and I'm good to go. I'm done. You are my rock. Okay. Probably. Hello? Kind of big, right? I feel that the hello is kind of big. But you know what? It's okay. All right. We'll work that in. All right. Okay, let me see. Okay, there you go. All right, and then we'll put this in. Okay, this is another layering die from Altenew. I love it, right? It's so pretty. Okay, and then we'll just put hello. Oh my goodness, we did it, friends. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Wouldn't have, been inspired to do this if not for you all. Thank you for giving me a ton of inspiration on what to actually create this whole craft every day in August. I will miss you all when I'm done, right? So let's go and check this out. All right, so this is card number 15. Okay, and then tell me which one you like best. This is 14. This is 13. Okay, that's 13. This is 12. This is 11. This is 10. This is 9. This is 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Yes, we did it, guys. 15 beautiful, amazing cards, of course, because of the awesome KCC sketches from Kendra Morgan. Yes, Kendra, or Cards by Kendra, is the creator of this awesome challenge. And absolutely, we would love to, see what you do with this challenge as well. Whether you follow me, use some of your scraps, or use the one that it's really intended for. Start with just 6 pieces of 6x6 pattern paper. All right, so let me just check the chat. Okay. Okay. Oh, I love Linda's Gang Magicals, which I think comes from UK, Stacy. Yes, right. So, yes, it's really magical because when you actually use it, they're amazing colors. There you go. And we have My Love Sesima. Hello. Wow, what a very unique name. Hi, Maya. Thank you so much for dropping by, Maya. Maya Love. Okay, there you go. Thank you so much. I hope that you have enjoyed picking at, what we are doing right now. It varies for me, said Blossom. Oh, you're from Romania. Awesome. See, we're all over the globe over here. So Maya, most of our friends here are from the US. Okay, some are from the UK. Paul is from the UK, and Stacy, Create and Relate, is from the UK. I am from the Philippines. And Wims here in the chat is also from the Philippines. And here Reagan is from the US. I burned before putting the card panel on the card base first in the past, and actually need to trim something first. So I've learned to test it first to check. Exactly. And I actually did that today, right? So most of the time, I do it like card base first. But again, especially when there's layering, I tend to do it top to bottom rather than bottom to top, right? So like what Reagan is saying. There you go. Blossom, do you have a channel? Yes. Please feel free to hit the like. Thank you, Wims. Okay. Hi, Maya from Susan. This is Susan. Nope, I'm thinking of asking you to buy me something. All right, Wims, I'll give you a heads up. If anyone needs watch hours, I don't mind swapping playlists with anyone. There you go. All right, create and relate. I subscribe to your channel too. Thank you, my friends. Yes, and please do watch and check out their channels. For those that can't swim, the ocean is too big. That would cover both languages, right? Exactly. Right, so amazing how the crafting community, art community, can go beyond borders, right? So we've covered Asia, North America, and I think do we have anybody from South America? Okay, there you go. Right, so amazing. There's also this joke here in the Philippines. Okay, we say baba baba. Is it going down? And non-Filipinos would react that we utter the same syllables 4 times and yet formed a sentence. Baba baba. Yes, that's true. I haven't gotten it finished set up yet. Oh, okay. There you go. But don't worry. Okay. Pretty soon, okay? Blossom is an amazing, supporter of the craft community. You would always find her in Jay's, of course, not too shabby's community. Yes, so that's how actually we met Maya and Stacy. So whenever somebody is live and we're awake, or even if we're working, yes, so we do watch. Yes, feel free to comment and then, so that you get to know everybody. Okay. And there are many more in our community. Just hop on to, whoever is live or has a video. Like Reagan creates videos almost every other day or so. We also have Cordelia. We also have Vicky, VJ Designs, right? So there's so many of us. Okay, I love light in my house and keep blinds pulled up halfway. Oh my gosh, I'm so behind the what do you call this? The comments. It gives so much natural light in the house, thankfully. Yeah, so ambient light or natural light is still the best, right? So if you can. So usually for KCC, I take them in my dining table when the room lights, the chandelier lights, and kitchen lights all on. Plus the blinds open. So there you go. Really a lot of light. Sometimes the video settings turn out better. Maybe record the card. Oh, I've never done this, Stacy. Maybe record the card, take a screenshot of the recorded one. Oh, and then adjust from there. All right. Great advice, Stacy. I've actually never tried that. Okay, my KCC sampler kit always arrives mid-month, so I never know which month to submit my entry for the current month or the following month. Hold on. It's a sampler kit, Susan, right? So it's okay. You can submit any. Okay, no worries. Okay, don't forget to submit, Susan. Sayang. What's sayang in English? It's like it's not a waste, but a lost opportunity. There you go. Okay, yeah, but it's okay. You can actually submit whatever. Okay, anyway, it's a sampler kit. Okay, so it's okay. Again, thanks for the suggestion from Susan. It's 4:53. Yes, in the UK, it's just afternoon. Make yourself some home cooked popcorn sprinkled with Blossom. You have the most amazing food suggestions. A while ago, it was the drink. Now this one. Where will I find that at 12:56 a.m.? It's almost 10 a.m. for those. Okay, so that was 2 hours ago. Okay, you going live, Reagan? No, not today. We're just crafting in my dining room. Okay, please make sure that you set notify so that if ever Reagan creates a new video or goes live, you can hopefully YouTube will, suggest. I'm Eastern, so it's almost noon. Which KCC was the first one you tried, everyone? Oh, actually, I'm fairly new. The KCC, the first time I joined Susan, I think was KCC 11. right? So I know that some of you have been there since the beginning, right? I actually learned about, Kendra's card challenge through Lynn, right? And then the rest is history. I haven't tried any of the sketches by anyone yet. Oh my goodness, because Blossom. Go ahead, Blossom. Okay, we should, push Blossom a little. Just a tiny one, all right? So hopefully she can do it. Okay, bye, Reagan. Oh, Reagan is going now. All right, bye. Oh, and this is my dear friend Caroline, my crafty adventures. Oh, she makes awesome videos, not just crafting, but a lot of other, very interesting videos. It's okay, Caroline. So Caroline goes live and does videos and shorts. Please don't take my word for it. Check out her channel. It's amazing. Okay, I first found out about KCC. Wow. Oh, number 12. I attempted, so we're almost classmates, Susan. I attempted a few times, but I don't think I've ever completed one. Right, so next time I do this, okay, why don't I announce it in advance and then let's do it together. How's that? Okay, maybe that will inspire you to finish a full set, right? I'm G for that. Just tell me when. Okay, I'll adjust to you guys. Okay, Yvette, what did Yvette say? Okay, just realize I need to eat. Yvette, it's noon. No. For Yvette, it's 12, 11, 10 na. Oh yes, it's 9 a.m. for Yvette because Yvette is West Coast. Sunny San Diego. There you go. So we're on different time zones. So some are having breakfast, some are gonna have lunch. I am gonna have midnight snack. Right? So amazing, right? That we can be here together, get to know each other, talk about crafting and food and stuff. Right? So hi, Susan. Yes, this is Caroline, my friends, my crafty adventures. In case, yeah, before she was here almost all the time, but different normally because before I would go live for craft every day in the morning, so it was okay for her. This was too early for her. I get reminded by a migraine. Yes, the same, Yvette. That's the same thing. Whenever I start having headaches, it reminds, oh, maybe I haven't eaten yet. Exactly. So totally get you there, Yvette. I just end up drinking loads of water, thinking I'm dehydrated, and never thought it could be lack of food causing them, or both. And we still have Paul over here. Paul. Okay, Paul, Create and Relate is also from the UK. Yes, this is Paul, Love Audio. Don't want to miss anything, so I brought you all with me to the kitchen. What is for breakfast, Yvette? Okay, I would love. The next time I'm in San Diego, I normally go to San Diego, Yvette, because after visiting relatives in, wow, I forgot where, not Burbank, Arcadia. And then I would visit another in Orange County, my cousin. And then I would rent a car and we would go to San Diego because my kids love Legoland and are also San Diego Zoo. So hopefully next time I even get to meet, Yvette face to face. And fussy cutting is not Jana's preferred thing. Yes, that's mine. I'm the one who loves fussy cutting. I uploaded shorts for the Nuvo drops and stencil paste. All right, so it's shorts and stories. There you go. Please do check out Whims. Okay, Whimsical Thoughts. Her name actually, my friends, is Maridan. I just like calling her Whims, right? Because I like her name, right? Her channel name, Whimsical Thoughts. I love it. Okay, I will be taking a peek later. All right, Stacey, when do you go live or when do you actually upload, right? So, we could probably take note of, each other's schedules. All right, that's great that you are finally eating. So, Yvette, we call that brunch, breakfast and lunch together. My son got, okay. I'd love my son got to learn more about audio production this summer with his internship. He really enjoyed it. Yes. Okay. Caroline has an awesome son, right? So very supportive of his mom, and he's really very talented when it comes to audio. Oh, that's all, or is that AI? Ah, that's awesome. Maybe yes. Ah, that's great. He probably knows way more than me. He's actually taking some course, something in that, you know, what do you call this? Not genre. Um, my brain. That discipline. There you go. Woot, good job. Thank you so much, William. So finally, I'm up, almost updated in the chat. All are pretty, but I like the seventh. What is the seventh? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Huh? The cat? All right, I forgot already which one. Okay, Blossom says 2 and 4. All right, so 2 and 4. Okay, and love them all, said Caroline. Number 12, but they're also awesome, especially since they came from scraps. Right? I'm also very inspired again because of you guys. You know, I've been thinking of using these things and this, but never really used them. But this, you know, craft every day in August, I was able to do so many things that I've been wanting to do, but actually haven't been able to. I can't wait for your World Card Making Day live and your next virtual retreat. Yes, probably, yes, on February. But the World Card Making Day, Blossom, I don't think Lynn is gonna do it this year though. But let's see, I'm gonna ask, okay? Had eggs, rice, and beans with some habanero salsa. See, we have very similar breakfast, Yvette and I, right? So, got my left, Yvette? Got any left, Yvette? I doubt. That I would definitely, you know, make sure I meet up with you, Yvette, if ever I go back again. I can't go live during school holidays. It's too loud. Oh, because the kids are home, right? We'll be back going live mid-September. I'm uploading when I can, but generally each week. All right. Thank you so much for sharing that, Stacy. So we will take note of that. Stacy, there's so many other in our community. If you would check out as well, you know, there's Not Afraid of Color. That's Tracy. Lynn is LV Handcrafted. Okay, Jay is Craft by Jay. You have Elizabeth Costa Rogers. We have Debbie J's Crafting Corner. Guys, who am I missing, right? So there is a lot. So sometimes we are not able to be in each other's live streams all the time. But every now and then you would see, you know, very similar faces and names in the chat, right? So there you go. Oh, yeah, she's not doing the World Card Making Day this year. Lynn's Paper Escape is actually on World Card. Oh, okay. So that's it. So we will see you all in Paper Escape. Okay, so if you've not checked that out and you don't know that yet, I will update this and put the link into that one. So that's an amazing event. Okay, of course, led by Lynn and some other creators or crafters in our community. Like I know that Kendra will be there as well, and some others. Okay. Oh gosh, there's so many I cannot, yeah, call me Crafty Al if you like this kind of challenges where you create a lot of cards. Hers is called Sheet Load of Cards. Yes, so Alicia. She was our guest for Kendra's Card Challenge 19 live stream August. So if you can check that out, there's a hop. She was the very first in our guest for this month. She is awesome. And the first time I actually saw Alicia was she was doing advent calendars. Oh my gosh, she was, I think, the very first one I saw that did not just one but several. And then after that year I said I want to do that as well, so I bought the Spellbinders one. Yvette, I know, is gonna do another one this year. Caroline did one as well last December. I'm not sure though if she's gonna do it again this year. All right, but I hope that we check on each other. This by September, I'm not gonna be going live every day anymore. Just hopefully videos, and lives would be Wednesdays and Saturdays. Oh, okay, yes, there you go. I love watching my Papa Smurf. Yes, Papa Smurf is Jay. Okay, my dear friend and our dear friend Jay. Okay, of Craft by Jay. And by the way, Jay and I has a regular collaboration for faith journaling. So if it's something that you might be interested in, so we take turns leading. So this August, he led. So in September, it's going to be in my channel, of course, but with Jay. So we do faith journaling, Bible journaling, so like that. All right. Do you have a community, Facebook or Discord? Yes, I do have. Okay, Joyful Crafters on Facebook, and on Discord is Mommy Guide Inc. Oh, you're connected with Crafty Al. Awesome. I had a great time talking to her at Paper Ganza. That's awesome, right? So maybe Stacy, next time you can go, right? So Paper Ganza is by Mary Gunn. Okay, it's a live face-to-face event that happened just a few weeks back, almost a month ago. And Susan and some of our other friends were there. And they've been sharing amazing stories about that awesome event. And I hope that, in my future events, I do have a craft getaway. Instead of an annual, I do it now biannual. So the next one is going to be next year. I hope that, if you're okay with traveling about 16 to 20 hours plus, right? So that you could join us here in the Philippines. All right. Yes, definitely. Yes, I will be going live doing 3 advent calendars again this year. Oh, that's super awesome. So it's like December for me is really one of the best, times of the year, as I get to see our friends, do the advent calendars. Some of them I don't even have. So it's like, oh, that's nice. So I'm very, very inspired. So let's see what I'm going to do this year. Whatever I can get a hold of, right? So definitely Spellbinders. I really love the advent calendar of Spellbinders. All right. So with that, again, the final look, okay, at our cards for tonight. Okay, let me see if I still have this in the correct order. I think so. This time around, from the start to the 15th. All right. So again, this is card number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, my butterflies. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and last but not the least, 15. All right. Amazing. Hold on, my friends. Of course. Okay. I really need to have a placeholder for this somewhere here. All right. Yes, please don't forget to share this video. Okay. And yes, please don't forget to like this video and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of my lives, videos, or shorts. I actually forgot to upload one of my shorts today, so tomorrow I'll probably have 2. And of course, please do subscribe if you are not yet subscribed to the channel. All right, with that, I'll let you go. Thank you so much for being with me for more than 3 hours. I'm so sorry. I hope that it was worth your while, and see you again tomorrow for another craft episode for Craft Everyday in August here at Mommy Guide Inc. Have a great rest of the day. Bye!